So much for filling the break here and hanging out with us on a Thursday. Half case of Donruss. Now remember, the second half of the case is going to be broke on Friday morning. So tomorrow morning, we'll get to the second half of the case. This looks like a good box to start as any. Okay, and I'll do a little analysis to see what's going on to try to help you out if you're putting together any sets or stuff. We are all set, though, ready to go. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, and let's have a little fun. This is the fun part. The selling is not completely done because there's still a few spots left. But here's the fun part, seeing what's inside the boxes. Okay, what are we thinking here? My first impression was very colorful. How do you guys like the style this year? It's very similar to last year. I will say it has the same, inserts and parallels and memorabilia and stuff. So it's pretty similar to last year's stuff. But I think the color's a little crisper. Okay. Yeah, I'd say a little crisper, a little brighter, a little. Although I like last year's memorabilia better than this year's memorabilia, the way it looked. Maybe it was just new to me. The base design, the base design seems a little sharper. I agree with that. And I really like the. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna adjust my focus here. As always. See, it's bad. The autofocus works well during the selling, but now that we're breaking, I hate when it jumps back and forth. All right, here we go. Good luck. Here's our first stack. We'll go kind of quick. What are we looking at here? We're looking at starting this off sound with Anthony Alfredo. And right away, a Carl Edwards Velocity one. This is our low number so far. We're looking at 32 out of 39 for the optics. There you go. That's a good start. That's our low number for the so far. Let me grab the checklist there just so I can see it a little better. Ooh, let's get you guys back. There it is. There. Okay, so there we go. Our first card. Little Carl Edwards. I'll show everything at the end, but we'll keep that right on camera right there. Let's keep going. Here is one of the inserts. This is the season highlights insert. And then the base. Also, if anybody is looking for these, send me a direct message. Don't post it in chat because I'll miss it. Send me a direct message, and I'll include some of these in your shipments if you're looking for that. All right, we got the optic is Geo. And here's our memorabilia. How about a red suited up? This is Carson Kvapil. Yeah, I think I like last year's better. That's pretty sharp, what we're looking at right now. What do you think? Compare last year's. I can go grab one of last year's. Here is Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch blue on the insert. And the spelling is still fun. Carson Hocevar, a lot of Hocevar spelling we had. Let's get the base on camera. Jeff Burton red. Parallel. Kevin Harvick, see, Kevin Harvick is available. Kevin Harvick optic. And the Race King, see now these look at this one. Those look pretty sharp. I like the Race Kings, but I like we'll show it here in a second, hopefully. I like let's see if it comes up. Oh, well, hold on, I'm going to change subjects here. When I sorted, I will admit there was a lot less, unless they're putting them in the Megas or the Blasters, there was a lot less optic silvers. We used to be like every 4 packs had an optic silver. I want to say, I didn't count them. I'll get to that. I can't give an exact number, but there were less. I will say there's less. So if that's something you collect, you might want to grab a few. Here's Sam Meyer on the parallel, William Byron spelling. And then just a few. Here's the portrait. Remember, the portrait has cursive look, and then there's the rides right there. Anybody else? Anybody else have any observations that you could share with the group? I'll try to share mine. Here's Jeremy Clements on the parallel. We got a little Zane Smith optic. And I'm going to say this is becoming my favorite, or Kevin Harvick. This is my favorite, the Unleashed. I do like those. I think that's a sharp card. Here is a silver. As I say, there's a second silver. Tyler Reddick. We got Junior out of 249. I'm sorry, 299. And there's Jimmy Johnson, a little spelling. This is 24 out of 49. Pretty sharp card. I like the explosions. I always did. We'll keep going here. Just some base. Here's a rated rookie, Sally Mott. Some base here. Here's a blue Justin Haley. That's a good start for Justin Haley. Tyler Reddick optic. And, I was just talking about it. Here we go. How about some announcements? Eric Estep, who got, I was interested in seeing one of these. And who had this one? I might, this one's going to, it was in the, I got to find it now. It was in the C through E. Mookie. There you go, Mookie. That one is yours. There he is. Got some YouTuber. Got some announcements. Got some microphone guy. What do you think? I think Mookie's here. He may have stepped away. There's our first autograph. Ooh, since he doesn't know about it, I might keep that one. Just don't tell him. Just kidding, Mookie. Here's Brad K. Unleashed. There's some base. And we got Tanner Gray. Tanner Gray optic. Here is Rusty Wallace is the parallel. And Jimmy Johnson again. A little spelling. Again, I do like that they have different pictures. They did that last year too. I wish they had different pictures. Optic versus the base set. The optic has the same pictures as the base set. I don't like different pictures in that. They put different pictures on the spelling, the spellbound. So I would have liked different pictures for that. That's my take. That's my thoughts there. What do you guys think? Let's see. I'm going to talk about one-on-ones because I talked about Eric Estep and an autograph showed up. So let's all talk about one-on-ones and downtowns right now because that's the figure. All right, if I used all my luck on that one. All right, here we go. Second half of box number one. We're just on box number one here. Second half. Sorry about the crinkling. We got Spencer Boyd. Spencer Boyd on the parallel. Caden Honeycutt. Optic. And there's Mark Truex. Unleashed. Keep going with Jimmy Johnson, optic. Here's SVG, parallel, and William Byron, if you're putting that spelling together. Here's Connor Hall. There's a rated rookie parallel. Remember, these aren't numbered. The red blues are not numbered. Connor Zillage, optic. And I think this is the first two-color memorabilia I see. The rest were just a flat, either, in this case, sheet metal. I think that's the first two-color one I've seen. And that's not numbered. This one is more Kevin Harvick. See, I'm telling you, Kevin Harvick showing up today. This is Unleashed, $199. And there, yeah, that is weird. I agree with that. You don't have a full picture of the car, or the truck in this case. They didn't think about that. That's a good call. There's Junior optic, red out of 199. Jeff Gordon parallel. And there's RFK. Just a few base for that one. The team logo. I like to see a low number team logo. I think that'd be cool. I like that idea. I do like the idea of team logos, to be honest. That's pretty fun. Riley Hurst. We got Bubba Wallace. Optic. And here is, that's Chase Elliott, looks like. We have Chase Briscoe. Free Chase Briscoe. And there's Brad. 93 out of 99. There's a purple out of 99. And then William Byron O. A red Jeremy Clements. Jeremy Clements showing up too in this first box. We got Harrison Burton, Optic, and then Haas team logo. This is Brady Nunez, Optic, a red Connor Zilic, a 280 out of 299, and then more Jimmy Johnson spelling. There's a portrait and a rides. And there's our first box. Not too bad, not too bad. Our low number, we had two out of 49s and one out of 39, one out of 39. Which one is who are we talking about? He's not part of Select. Who would be? Sorry, I wasn't watching the chat. Sorry, now I'm reading the chat here. Oh. All right, let's see what we got. Second box. Yeah, E-Step was the autograph. I wonder if I can get myself a card in. Let's see if I'm a big player, big enough player. All right, we gotta set the timer here. Let's see how long it takes us to open up a box. Takes a lot longer to sort. Now remember, there are still some drivers available. If you saw enough, Kevin Harvick, for example, put a pre-bid or just call it out in chat and say run that. And what do we got? What do we got? We're starting off with Connor Zilic again. Here's another Velocity. Mr. Hocevar. Got another Velocity card right here. That's our second one out of 39. Mr. Hocevar. And here's a Hendricks team logo. Coming up is Suited Up, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson, see one color on that. You know, that's, I like this. Like, now that you pointed out, I'm going to keep seeing it. Now that you pointed out, I'm going to keep seeing the patch over the car. Because this is, see, that's nice. Like, maybe take it to the track, get an autograph right there. And, oh, well, that's not too shabby. How about a door number Chase Elliott? I just saw that. There you go. Ooh, we got to give a shout out right now. Who had Chase Elliott? Let's see. Chase Elliott is going to Card Dad. Ooh, it's Card. I'll keep it right here. Maybe he may have stepped away because I haven't seen him in chat. Card Dad. There you go. That's pretty nice. Flo, if you're around, can you tag Card Dad? You're going to want to see that. Oh, congrats. Out of 9, of course, door number. Alex Bowman, Spellbound. Here is a blue Connor Zilic. Connor Zilic a little bit too. We got Carl Edwards, Optic. And then Tyler Reddick on the Race Kings. Followed by a silver Gio Ruggiero. A wild card here. We call that a 1-1. There is Riley Hurst, portrait, and then Alex Bowman. Just a few more for there. Keep it going with a parallel Sheldon Creed. We got Daniel Dye and Ross Chastain Unleashed. Very nice. Chase Elliott base. Caden Honeycutt silver. Got Denny Hamlin is the $2.99, and there you go. There's a Penske holographic, the holo out of $1.99. A little extra. A purple Ross Chastain. Look, Ross Chastain all over the place today. Sammy Meyer optic, and there's Blaine Perkins. No way, a Blaine Perkins? Yes, indeed. Let me penny sleeve that. Signature Series Blaine Perkins. Sometimes I say we just don't have. Now here's an example. No, hey, nothing wrong with drinking. This is available. I would run this as $3. I'd run it at $3 if you're a Blaine Perkins or you just want the autograph. I'm going to run this for $3. Plus all the other Blaine Perkins autographs. The way Panini sorts, there should be 12 more of these coming up in this case. Plus all the other Blaine Perkins out there. Look, Kyle. Thank you, Kyle. Picking up Blaine Perkins. Congrats on that. I bet you that's PC right there. Sorry, I shouldn't be making fun of Blaine Perkins. And I see a pre-bid on Andre Perez. Let's run that one. If you can lock in, if you've seen enough, like if you're watching and seen enough of one of the people like Amarola, Austin Hill still available. There's some good names still available. And thank you, Big League Breaks. If you've seen and said, hey, I saw some nice inserts. If you're a PC and if you're collecting that, let me know. Just call it out and let me know that you'd want to pick that up. I'll usually stop like there and run one that's, like an autograph that shows up. But there's Matt Kenseth. And then optic of Cole Custer. Here's a free Ty Gibbs. No, I think Tony B was the freebie. And Carson Olsmar. The O. All right, second half of box number 2. So still fresh at the break, and we already got out of 9, the door number. Got like that. Got like a Chase Elliott door number. There you go. All right. Second half here. Everybody's downtown. Let's look for a downtown. And then, like I said, next week, we're going to be doing the mixers with hobby, retail, and megas. So you can search for some slingshots. I think we had a few slingshots last year. Let's see. What are we looking at here? Here is Jeff Burton, Tyler Reddick Optic, and Rusty Wallace Unleashed. Followed by a Tanner Gray Optic, Noah Gregson. Is the parallel and Alex Bowman. The W for the win. We got Jake Garcia. Here's Gio is the Optic. And a pedal to the metal. There's Eric Jones. And thank you, Joe B. Now keep staring at that patch and see if it's in the wrong spot. Unleash Noah Gregson. 2 Noah Gregsons in that pack. The Kevin Harvick Optic. We got Bad Brad is the parallel, and Carl Edwards in a suit. You gotta like that. Looks like he's like the director of a hospital, on the wall. I like Carl Edwards though, so it's said all in respect. Here's Lane Riggs. Here's the parallel. We got John Paul Southern, Optic, and Jeff Gordon. Take a look at those. Here is Noah Gragson with the 10-gallon hat. Christopher Bell purple out of 99. We'll get that top loaded penny sleeve for you. Alex Bowman B. I think we're filling out the entire Alex Bowman. We got Lane Riggs, red, Matty D, Optic, and there's JR. Team logo. Dale Jarrett Optic, and Alan Kolwicki, the Hooters, Carson Osavar. Just a few portrait, and finish it up with Carson Quapple. Clean up here a bit. All right, 2 boxes in. How we liking it so far? If this is your first look, give me some first impressions. If you've been watching the first off the lines and stuff, what do you think? I'm interested to hear if you feel the boxes are, the first off the line boxes were stacked. Like, what's justified? If you look at Blowout Cards is selling first off the line boxes at $250. Is it justified? Is there enough difference in first off the line boxes to grab them at $250? Let me know what you think. Because I severely underestimated the price, what they would go for. I thought, 120, 110, but $250. I don't know if they're worth it, but if you think those boxes are stacked, then yeah, 130. If I got it for 130, I have to recalculate my strategy for Select, and I like Select. That's my favorite product for the first off the line. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see it. I'm not on fault anybody. Pay whatever you think is fair. Just hold out to save some money for me in the breaks to get your driver. All right, here's box number 3, half case going now. Let's see. Oh, got another black here. What are we looking at? There is Al Larson and more Blaine Perkins. See, I told you. Blaine Perkins all over the place. That's why you picked it up, Kyle. Here you go, Kyle. Right there. That's worth your admission price. An Optic Velocity Blaine Perkins. 31 out of 39. That's our third one. Team Penske is the logo. We have Corey Haim, pedal to the metal. KK, blue out of 199, Carson Hocevar. Here's another blue Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott, not too shabby day. Spencer Boyd, Optic, and Rusty Wallace, Unleashed. Followed by a silver Justin Bonsignor. We got Bubba Wallace, parallel, and William Byron. The R of William Byron. Here is Rusty Wallace again. And Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards on the Optic, and Lane Riggs. Lane Riggs Unleashed. Here's a silver Austin Hill. See, Austin Hill's still available. Bubba Wallace. Purple, 49 out of 99 for that one. And here's a holographic, the hollow Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick, hollow out of 199. A red Connor Zillage, 299 on that one. Brendan Jones. And a Parker Retzlaff autograph There's our autograph from the box. How do we feel on Parker Retzlaff? Optic silver. This is what we're used to seeing. We used to seeing the optic silver autographs, but there's a lot of different types of autographs there. How we liking Parker Retzlaff? That's going to, give me a second here. Parker Retzlaff is going to Hermdog. Hermdog, there he is. That one's yours. Congrats on that. I'll show all the autographs at the end. It's the big hits. Justin Allgaier. Keep it going. Ken Schrader. I think these are just base here. Base. Here is an optic Justin Haley. Bubba Walls on the parallel. And Carson Hocevar. All right, remember the second half of this case is tomorrow morning, Friday, fun day. Tomorrow, same time, 9 o'clock. And if you would like to lock in the price you got, send me a message and I'll be able to put that together. Yeah, there's been a few Connor Zilic here. Nothing, but nothing for me to make a YouTube short out of. I'm going to make a YouTube short out of the Chase Elliott one. Get some eyes on our Donruss here. And we'll be doing Donruss for a while here. Got plenty of product on hand. So have a little fun with Donruss. All right, second half of box number 3. What are we looking at here? We're looking for Christian Eckes. Noah Gragson is the optic. And Kyle Busch. Unleashed. Followed by, we got Matty D, optic. There's Carson Quapple. And more William Byron. Spelling. Here is a Austin Hill. Dale Jarrett. And how about a red suited up Jeremy Clements? This is 7 out of 99. Carson Hocevar. Here is Raja. There's Raja red. Remember, those are $1.99. Chase Elliott again. And the season highlights. This is an insert, Bubba Walls. These are inserts. They kind of look like the base set, but those are inserts. A Amarola. There is Daniel Dye optic, and little Brad. Coming up next is Sam Meyer. And, oh, how about a door number? Caden Honeycutt. There's a lot of door numbers. We're getting a few of those. Caden Honeycutt. 35 out of 52. That's not too bad. I just like the door numbers. I think those are fun. Who had Caden Honeycutt? Let's give a... That one's going to... Logan. Logan, there you go. He may have stepped away also. We'll put door numbers right there so you can see that. I haven't seen many explosions. We had a bunch of explosions yesterday in that case. Haven't seen many explosions here. How about a purple Ryan Preece? There's Ryan Preece again. Cole Custer optic and Cullig Racing. I say that funny. I've been told. Ricky the Dragon Stenhouse optic. Here is Carson Hocevar, and the parallel is Cole Custer. And there we go. There's box number. Let me clean up a touch. We're a third of the way. Box number 3. All right, what's your take? Is the first off the lines stacked? Like I said, I haven't seen a 101 yet. I haven't seen a downtown yet. I mean, we haven't even opened up a full case So I'm not, I'm not worried, but I want to see if the first off the line boxes are worth it, because I have to rethink my whole strategy. To be honest with you, I didn't think they were going. I didn't think they were going. For, cost analysis, I didn't think they would go for that much. So I was wrong on that one too. But I like hobby, and I like doing the mixers so we can get a chance at slingshots and downtowns. We're going to do a full case of hobby, mega, and retail. We're going to break it up into 5 each. So look for that next week. Yeah, I thought first off the line price, and I don't fault anybody. You can charge whatever you want, and if people buy it, people buy it. But I thought they were a little too high for me. I didn't get any first off the line. So I didn't do any first off the line breaks. And like I said, I saw, like, what we sell for. Justin Allgaier went for $10 here. And, people were paying $50 for Justin Allgaier. And I was like, okay, if that's what you want to do, I don't fault. I mean, but I held out for hobby boxes and the mixers. All right, here we go. Box number 4. We're starting off with Zane Smith. Okay, there's a little. Hold on. It froze there for a second. There we go. We're set. Butterbean Optic, red, and Corey Heim. Yeah, it froze. A little glitch in the matrix there. Here comes Rusty Wallace. And a little Ryan Blaney. How about Ryan Blaney suited up? And here we go. Here's our first Mojo. Have a little Danica Patrick portrait. This is 16 out of 25. That's not too bad. There's some Mojo there. How are we liking that? I believe. Who had Danica Patrick? That's close to a low number. Danica is going to Kyle. There you go, Kyle. Kyle's having a good break so far. We'll put that. I will show all those at the end. What's the throwbacks? Yeah, I'm liking. I would say last year I really liked the memorabilia. Here's Chris Buescher and Kyle Larson. I really liked the memorabilia. This year I'm liking the insert here. It's my favorite so far, and I like the style. I like the look. Here's a silver Rusty Wallace, and like I said, these silver also. If you collect the silver, if you're those are not as prevalent as they were last year. Here's Butterbean. Now maybe when we open up the megas and the blasters, maybe there'll be a little more. Here is Frankie Nunez. We got Christian Eckes Optic and Denny Hamlin Unleashed. Followed by Brennan Jones. Optic Silver. Here's Jimmy Johnson, purple. And how about a Trackhouse holographic one? There you go. If that's your team, that's pretty nice to have one of those. Try the rainbow on these if you're collecting those. This Tyler Reddick purple. We got Austin Hill. And, oh, look at that. Okay. How about a free Austin Beers Mojo autograph? For free. Where's Mookie? There he is. What do you think, Mookie? Way to get in on the freebie. Way to get in on the giveaways. Congrats. Ooh, DJ, we're calling. So the Mojos are happening now. Let's Let's get our mojo on. Get some more mojos. Denny Hamlin is the Race Kings. We got an optic of Amarola. There is Tony B. Free Tony B. Alex Bowman N for the spelling. There's half a box number 4. Yeah, get the mojos going. Now remember, also there is about 20 spots still left. If you've seen enough of your driver, and we had Austin Hill, Carson Kloppel, said his name a lot. Okay, if you see something, call it out in chat, place a pre-bid on it, whatever you want to do. I believe they are, because we had he's talking about Spellbound are different colors. I want to say they are, because what do we have? It was, I thought it was a gold, and it was really just a Spellbound for, I forgot who it was yesterday. And it was really weird, because it seemed like it was gold, but it was numbered out in 199 or something as a Spellbound. So the spelling is kind of the fun. They're still pretty fun. Here is Bubba Wallace, and we got Brendan Jones. And how about a little Ryan Blaney Unleashed? DJ, what's that? 10 optic autographs. Yeah, that's what I said. We were talking about that earlier, that there wasn't many optic autographs. Last year it was everything was optic auto. Justin Haley. Here is Ty Gibbs, and here's purple. We'll keep tracks, purple spelling. But now they're all different types of, if you want to call them parallel autographs. Chase Briscoe. We got Christopher Bell. And how about Daniel Hemrick? Daniel Hemrick suited up. SVG Race Kings. And optic is Spencer Boyd. There's Carson Osavar. And my favorite, the Explosions. Red out of 99. Josh Berry Explosion. And the season highlights on that one. Let's keep going with Harrison Burton. Right behind it is Landon Huffman. I think the rated rookies aren't as a lot either. I think we're getting a little less rated rookies. Unleashed, Richard Petty. Here is Riley Hurst, optic. We got Justin Allgaier. And then there's Carson Osvar. You know, that one's pink. Let's keep track of the spelling, the spell bounds. A red Jake Garcia. Out of 299, Jeremy Clements. A lot of Jeremy Clements, too, happening here. And the season highlights, Denny Hamlin. For that one. Here is an optic, Anthony Alfredo. Followed by Christopher Bell and Corey Heim. Just a few more base, that box. Finish off box number 4. Yeah, that was kind of a nice Austin Beers freebie. Mojo, let's grab this one. We'll do them all, of course, but one Zillage autograph. We'll see. And the for the megas say 1 or 2 autograph or memorabilia. So that'd be interesting to see what we're looking at in the megas. That's how they worded it. Plus, the nice part is you get to, if you're a rainbow person for your driver, you get to collect those. So look for that next week. I'll have prices in there soon. After this run of cases, we'll look at the prices. Had some big name autographs in the last case, the evening case yesterday. We'll see what we have tonight. So far, the Austin Beers is here. Nothing, Parker Bretzloff. Nothing big autograph today so far. Here is box number 5. All right, box number 5. Let's see what we got. How about Ryan Blaney? And there's Takuma, a green Takuma. And a little Joe Gibbs for that one. How about Terry Labonte? And the Carson Quapple suited up. There's Malcolm in the middle. A blue out of 199. All right, see, Spellbound. This is yellow. Focusing on the color. And here comes a Cole Custer. Door number 10 out of 41. Lots of door numbers. 10 out of 41, Cole Custer. That's not too bad. We'll keep this here. We got a door number section right there. Clint Boyer is the Optic, and Chase Elliott Unleashed. Or Danica. Here's a silver Carl Edwards. A Chase Briscoe. Free Chase Briscoe. Ryan Blaney. See, now that's yellow also. Jimmy Johnson, Sheldon Creed to finish off those. Here's where usually the autograph is, if you've been keeping track. Let's see if we get it in this one. This is Ty Dillon. Daniel Hemrick is the Optic, and Jimmy Johnson, Race Kings. Landon Huffman. Optic red out of 199. Right behind it is Ty Gibbs blue, and Jimmy Johnson explosion. A bit of blue. This is Unleashed. Look at that. That's a sharp card. 8 out of 49. That's a fun card. Take a look at that. Ricky Nunez. Here is just some base. We have Justin Bonsignor and Ty Gibbs. And there's a rookie. Okay, how about Dawson Sutton? Rookie autograph. Rated rookie autograph. Optic. Silver. Rated rookie. That's not too bad. How we feel on that one? There you go. Who had Dawson Sutton? Give a shout out there. Is that Steve? Steve T. I could check. I'll take Flo's word for it. Congrats on there. That was an Optic, so that's our second Optic. But like I said, the first half case we only had one. Take a drink there. How about Dale Earnhardt is the Race Kings. Here is Corey Day. Corey Day Optic. Alex Bowman Parallel. And Jimmy Johnson on the spelling. One driver. Well, not too bad to get a Dawson, so they get a rated rookie autograph. Who is the Connor Zillage this year? I'd say, I don't know. I don't want to. I'm trying to think. The best one, Landon Huffman, is what I think is the best, but I don't know if there's a Connor Zillage in. Yeah, TJ. I see what he's saying. So far, low number is the door number. Little Chase Elliott there is the low for the day. Let's try to beat that. Let's see, some gold also would be nice. Garbage is getting filled up too. Doing a lot of breaks. Here we go. What are we looking at here? Let's start with Carson Hocevar. Parallel, we got Andre Perez de Lara. and Matt Kenseth. Matt Kenseth on that. Here's a blue. Oh, Tinkle. Zach Tinkle. Optic, a blue Tyler Reddick. And the King holographic. The hollow out of 199. Always good, always fun. Andre Perez de Lara again on the insert. Here is Ty Gibbs. Sorry, it's Ty Dillon. Because I was looking at the Burning Rubber. I think this one is the rarer one. I think the Burning Rubber, I haven't seen many of those. I think we had one yesterday. That's our first one today. That one was David Reagan. Corey Heim, Race Kings. Here is Justin Allgaier Red. There is Davey Ellison. Parallel and SVG rookie wins on the season highlights. One more stack here. Here's a more Zach Tinkle. That's a cool smile. He's excited. We got Ryan Blaney and Jeff Gordon Unleashed. Followed by Richard Petty. Richard Petty Optic. Here's Jeff Gordon again. Jeff Gordon Red and Corey Heim. The Eye. And the Spellbound. A purple Tanner Gray. Right behind it is Chris Buescher Optics, and a Legacy. Here's Ryan Trix. A Kyle Larson Parallel. And Kyle Busch, the U. All right, well, there we go. We're halfway done. Cool. I still gotta call him Trickle. Oh, okay. I'll have to. If he shows up, I'll be respectful. I promise. All right, halfway. How we feeling? Now take a look. There are still about 25 open spots. If you've seen enough, where you'll, a little couple guaranteed hits. We had some nice Austin Hill, Carson Kvapil. We had a few of those showing up. Take a look. Amarola here. There's plenty of nice spots still available. I don't want to force you to buy anything you don't want, but it would help. We had some John Hunter Nemechek ones. We got plenty of different things out there. So let me know. I can run those. If there is somebody, if you've seen enough of a particular spot. I think all the big hits have claimed already. But here we go. Let's see what happens on the second half of the break. Let me check the time here. How's my timer going? Remember, we're going to start again at 4 o'clock tonight. Okay, with the second half of yesterday's case. And then tomorrow it will be the second half of this case. So join in. And like I said, for tomorrow, if you want the exact same price, that'll save us some. It'll save some time. Let me know, and I can set that up for you for tomorrow. All right, William Byron is starting us off with the Optic in the second half. Here is Riley Hurst and Alex Bowman, the B. Keep it going with KK. Parallel, there is Raja and Dale Jarrett on the Unleashed. Well, yep, I'm putting that set together. Here is a Spencer Boyd. That's the silver. A blue Lane Riggs. And see, I thought this was gold yesterday, but it's the holographic one. This is Ryan Blaney. Holographic Ryan Blaney. Chase Briscoe red. Austin Beers looking all dapper. And, oh, how about an SVG autograph? 12 out of 25. Okay, that's not too bad. I like that. Signature series. So, yeah, not the optic silver. A nice SVG one. There you go. How we feel there? That's out of 12 out of 25 there. That's going. Michelson, is that you? Was that yours? Before I could look it up, but 12 out of 25, not too bad. Nice low number too. Congrats on that. Here is Connor's Village Race Kings. And there's a few base for that group. Oh, see something shiny coming. Here is Christian Eckes, a green. We had Austin Hill. And how about a Trackhouse team logo? A Brett Cruz parallel. Jake Garcia optic, and Denny Hamlin, Race Kings. Here is Ryan Newman parallel. We got Alex Bowman, the W. And here comes William Sawalich, another Mojo William Sawalich. This is 20 out of 25. That's our third Mojo, I think, for today. So getting some out of 25s. Not bad there. Oh, is this available? How we feel here? See, now I got a little guaranteed hit out of 25. I won't change the price. I would have had it at $10, so I'll keep it at $10. Let me run that. There you go. Guaranteed. Plus all the other Williams Sawalich cards that show up. But you got a guaranteed hit out of 25, if that's your guy. Any takers there? No Williams Sawalich love. Let me unpin that. Well, we'll keep that. That's available if people are looking there. A little Sheldon Creed. And season highlights. This is Connor Zillard's season highlights. Hope he doesn't fall from the car right there. Oh, cheap shot. Sorry. Here is box number 6. We're in box number 6. Here's our second half. No, nothing. I didn't even get a little ha ha ha, LOL. All right, get back to the dirty jokes then. Thank you, Flo. I appreciate the support. I think I posted something, with him falling from the car, and I got some hate out of it. Like, maybe too soon. Too soon last year. All right. Let us keep going here. How are we feeling? We're looking at, this is a fun one. Austin Cindric. Here is Amrola and Carson Hocevar. It looks like another Mojo coming. How about Chris Buescher? And, a little Velocity Black Joey Logano. There you go. Little Joey Logano. Congratulations. This is, give me a number here. How about, wait a minute. This is not, this is the Pandora. Looky. Hold on, we got to give who had Joey Logano. Yeah, I thought this was Velocity, but now that I looked at it a little better, where's Jim? There he is. Oh, where that gets its own stand right there. Yeah, isn't that a case hit? I believe. Black Pandora right there. Oh, congrats. Who's that? Yeah, Jim. I think that was Jim's. There you go. Thank you, Flo. Thanks for that tag. We'll put that right there. We'll show off. SVG season highlights. Here is Martin Truex Burning Rubber. And our J-Mac. There's J-Mac. Another Mojo. This one is 4. 4 out of 25. There we go. Wow, a bunch. I think we only had, 2 yesterday. Got a bunch today. We did, I think we did have a Landon Huffman. I thought we had one of them today. I can't remember which one. Everything's blending. When you get old, everything blends together. Daniel Suarez, blue. We'll see what we pulled right now. Here's Chase Elliott Optic and Richard Petty Race Kings. A few base right there. And here is a Blaine Perkins again. Optic Silver. Here comes a William Byron. Parallel and Alex Bowman. The A for spelling. Right behind it is Michael McDowell. Jim Burton Optic and Corey Day Unleashed. Right behind it, Ryan Preece. We got Martin Truex and more Spellbound Alex Bowman. A purple Dawson Sutton. Number 53 out of 99. We'll get that top loaded. Justin Allgaier, and here is Sheldon Creed. And right behind it, how about a NASCAR Cup Series Gold? Well, that's interesting. This one, I gotta think a little bit on this. I did not. This was the only card from the series that didn't have a driver on it. So let me think about that. I'm probably, my first impression is to give it there, like run it out for everybody. Do it on a giveaway. We'll see. I got to think about that. Yeah, I saw that in the checklist, and I was like, well, how do you sell that one? And maybe put a giveaway or something. Let me do a little thinking. I'll talk to Flo about that, because I didn't know how to sell that, and then surprisingly, look at that. I'm confused on how to sell it, and it put it in its own Cup Series spot. Like, I think we had one yesterday, and this is the only one I've seen today. And did they have? Yeah, let me know. Card Dad said, put in the Cup Series. I didn't have a spot for that particular parallel, or that particular insert. Card Dad, we did tag you on something. Okay, let me. It's the only card. It's the only card in there. So we'll think about it. I'll talk to Flo. We'll think about it. I just didn't know how to put that. Maybe I could post it. Is there interest in me posting it as a? I mean, a guarantee you got the card. I could sell it. We'll see. Or I might like it. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Do I like it that much that I want to keep that? But yeah, that's what Flo said. The only card. Mookie said 15. Should I auction it off and just let the people who have interest in it? All right, give me a. Let's go through here. Well, as we're thinking about it, okay. Card Dad? Card Dad, did you have Chase Elliott? He just came in. Hold on, because we had there you go, Card Dad. Let me show you. Here was so far low number of the day too. A nice door number Chase Elliott there for you. This is number 7 out of 9. Congrats on that. I'll be sending that to you. probably this weekend, because since we're doing a few breaks, I'll probably do that this weekend. Congrats on that. Congrats. We're in box number 7. Josh Berry Optic. Here is Corey Heim. Is the parallel, and there's Jimmy Johnson. The N. Keep going with Spencer Boyd. The red, blue, Chandler Smith Optic, and Lane Riggs right behind that. Followed by a Zachary. I'm gonna, just in case when I meet him, when he stops over. Zachary Tinkle. Am I saying that right? I don't want to get him mad at me. Christopher Bell. And Carson Hocevar, holographic, out of 199. The R. And how about a little Zane Smith door number? A bunch of door numbers here. Zane Smith door number. This one is 8. 8 out of 38. Gotta like that. This is the door number break here. All the door numbers are showing up. And Alex Bowman. And what were we saying about Butterbean? There you go. Here's your dialed in Butterbean autograph. 31 out of 49. Congrats there. Still got 3 more boxes coming up. Kyle Busch. There's a few to finish that. Here is, I think I'm losing my voice. Sally Mott on the Optic. We got Carson Hocevar. I don't really talk this much. And a season, Bubba Wallace in the season highlights. A parallel of Christopher Bell. Right behind it is John Paul Southern. Optic. And Brad Unleashed. How about Josh Williams? And a Justin Allgaier. Red. And Jimmy Johnson on the Spellbound. The N for Johnson. Eric Jones out of 299. A red out of 299. Kyle Busch. And there's Kullick. Team logo. All right, second half here. Come on, you gotta say downtown with me. We need the downtown. I haven't seen one yet. Now we haven't even gone through a full case, so I don't wanna be all greedy and stuff, but not too bad on a Pandora. You gotta like the Pandora here, Joey Logano. Those are not numbered, but definitely short prints. All right. Let's keep going. Here is Matt Kenseth, Optic. Frankie Nunez, parallel, and a J for Johnson. Spellbound. A Riley Hurst. A red Richard Petty, Optic. Right behind it is Team Penske. For those logos. I like those logos. That's a nice idea. Here's Nick Sanchez Optic. And suited up. Sheldon Creed out of 99. A red out of 99. Corey Heim. Blue and Ryan Blaney, N. Any Denny Hamlin? Yes, we've had said Denny Hamlin. It's all blended together now. I don't remember yet. Austin Hill. Now remember, I'm going to post the video on our YouTube channel, Carson Osemer. So you can watch it later. You can fast forward it through the time. If you did, I know during the day people step away. So if you want to watch the video there, probably tomorrow morning, Clint Boyer, I'll try to get to it. Or this weekend. Old school Richard Petty. And William Byron O. I'm spellbound. Here is Jeremy Clements. A lot of Jeremy Clements today. Bobby Labonte Optic. And Bad Brad Race Kings. For those inserts. Here is Jesse Love Optic. Right behind it is Jeff Gordon. And, how about an Explosion Justin Allgaier. Red Explosion. Excuse me. 24 out of 99. Not too bad there. Like that. Anthony Alfredo. The Optic is William Swalich again. A few William Swalich here. And how about Ryan Preece? Suited up for the Kroger. Unleashed is Lane Riggs. And just finish off with this SVG. We'll finish SVG with the base on box number 7. All right, give me a second here to clean up. Every this Sunday. Oh, very good. I was religiously, I went to the whole season back in the single days, you know. Now it's, I'm sitting in the cold at soccer practice and watching baseball games, and I got a sick kid who, I feel bad now. I made fun of him because I thought he was faking it. I called him, clean up here. I called him Ferris Bueller. He didn't know what I meant, though, so I didn't insult him because he didn't know what I meant when I called him Ferris Bueller. You sick today? But now I checked upstairs before we started the break, and he was sleeping, so he must be feeling a little rough. So that felt bad. All right, we're three boxes left. Let's give let me slide these back a touch. All right, here we go. And I may be doing too many breaks. I'm losing my voice. I don't really talk much, except to you guys. I'm by myself all day. I talk to the dog. All right, let's get the magic going here. And remember, if you want the same price you got, except I forgot who made the comment. It was pretty funny. Like, not if you got a free card, not if you got a free giveaway. You don't get that price. But you get the same price if you want it. Send me a direct message. Send me a message, and I'll set it up for you for tomorrow's break. You can lock in the same price for your driver if you want that. Just my way of saying thanks for all the support. We'll give you a good price for tomorrow, and then I'll go a little faster tomorrow since people have grabbed those ready. All right, Ross Chastain on the Prism. We got William Byron purple. And, how about a little Kyle Busch Explosion. Ran out of penny sleeves. Let's get a brand new penny sleeve container. The B. I'll try putting the explosion spelling together. Yeah. He's got mathitis. He had a math quiz today. So he has algebra-itis. But no, he was sleeping. So Andre Perez de Lara for that one. Here's Ty Gibbs. And how about a Ryan Blaney? He's a happy man with an autograph, a Pandora autograph. Not too shabby. Now we're getting there's a nice autograph. How are we liking that one? Who had Ryan Blaney? Let's give a shout out. Pandora on the autograph. Ryan Blaney going to Joe B. There he is. Joe B. Yeah, we had a nice gold Ryan Blaney yesterday. I'll put that on the autograph section. Very nice. Congrats on that, Ross Chastain. Here is Corey Day. Corey Day Optic. More Ryan Blaney on the portrait. And here's Kyle Busch. The U. Josh Williams looking all cool. Here is Christian Eckes red on a 199. And SVG on the Cup Series. Keep it going with an optic. More Ryan Blaney. This is the Ryan Blaney box. Jeff Gordon, red, Jeff Gordon. 12 out of 249. More Ryan Blaney. Here's a purple Takuma. Takuma Koga. The King. And how about a Connor Zillage season highlights? Next up, Ryan Truex, optic. Ryan Priest, parallel, and Heim Time spelling. Justin Bonsignor on the parallel. Daniel Hemrick optic. And Jeff Gordon, Race Kings. Jeff Gordon. Just a few more to show. All right, we're in the home stretch here. 2.5, we're at 25% left. Let's see a couple big things, I think. A couple big things coming up. And if you did step away, and I'll post the YouTube video, like I said, look for that. And if you're watching it, if you do watch it on there, please follow there. I guess that's a thing. Give me a thumbs up. Either get some social, I'll get my OnlyFans site going, one or the other. All right, how about starting off with an optic Terry Labonte, a little Austin Dillon suited up. I think that's our first time we said Austin Dillon's name today, so that's not too bad. In the black, of course. Ellen Kolwicki, a red. Here is the Jimmy Johnson Spellbound. Right behind it, we're looking at Clint Boyer and Clint Boyer. Now, I will say, I wish there were different pictures. I said that before yesterday. I wish there were different pictures for optic and for the base card. There are different pictures for the portraits and the rides, Matt Kenseth. There's different pictures there, but I would have liked different pictures. Here's Tyler Reddick, silver, and Christopher Bell. And the fake gold, I thought that was Ryan Blaney out of 10. Just spellbound Ryan Blaney. Kyle Busch parallel. We got Jeff Gordon optic and Tyler Reddick Race Kings. For that. Oh, just two base there. I must have missed those. Here is the Dinger. Right there on the Dinger, we got Davey Allison and Matt Kenseth, Race Kings holographic, the hollow out of 199. Josh Berry, parallel junior is the optic, and Burning Rubber, William Byron Burning Rubber. Ryan Blaney Unleashed. All right, what's coming up? A Dawson Sutton, optic silver. These are the rookie cards for, basketball and football. Not sure if they hold the same weight in racing. There's Legacy. Chandler Smith, parallel. Here's Landon Huffman. Looking all serious. And SVG is the Race Kings. All right, box number 8 out of the way. Box number 9, let's grab this one and we'll leave that. That's the magic box number 10, little last box magic, but let's see, this feels heavier. Let's give a good feeling here. Everybody, get your good feelings on. For box number 9. So far, I want to say the Ryan Blaney, the Mojo autograph is the best autograph. Last in the evening break yesterday with Ryan Blaney was the best autograph also. So I'm getting the Ryan Blaney out. All right, let's start with box number 9. What are we looking at here? We're looking at, starting off with Butterbean. Optic, we have a Kevin Harvick. Blue parallel and more Ryan Blaney. Holographic season highlights. Here is a blue Bobby Labonte. Michael McDowell. And, oh, there you go. There's Ken Schrader. 75th anniversary. Ken Schrader in the M&Ms. Still bringing these out from 2023. On card, though. Gotta like that. I do like the on card. I don't want to fault that. I'm an on card guy. Who picked up Ken Schrader? That one's going to Ken Schrader is Mookie. There you go, Mookie. Not too bad for $3. It's still the 75th anniversary from 2023, as we saw in Prime. Finally signed, probably. Here is Bobby Labonte again. Bobby Labonte Optic. There's Kurt Busch, parallel, and Corey Haim. It's nice that they have different pictures on those. Carson Kvapil. Tyler Reddick, Optic Red. And there's Richard Childress on the racing. Just a few base there. Keep it going with Chandler Smith, Optic. Chris Buescher, red and blue parallel, and Kyle Busch H. Here is Austin Hill, red, out of 299. Alex Bowman Optic, and Corey Haim with his Truck Series for season highlights. There is Matt Kenseth Optic. Jimmy Johnson and Ryan Blaney for the spelling. I thought that was something. How about a little Taylor Gray, Nick Sanchez, and Carson Hocevar for the Race Kings. All right, like I said, if anybody wants any of these, send me a direct message, and I'll be happy to add some of those to your shipment. So finish off here this box. And then please check tonight and tomorrow. Pick up a few drivers there. That would really help get the break moving. And let's see what we got for the last few boxes. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you hanging out during the day on a Thursday. It was frost on the ground this morning when I took the dog out, so it's still spring, I think. Can't call it the summer yet. All right. Give the wave if that works. Here is Chris Buescher, little sheet metal. There is Riley Hurst, red, and Kyle Busch, Spellbound. Zachary Tinkle, red. Here's William Swalich again, and Lane Riggs. Keep it going with a Raja. There's Raja Kruth, Optic Silver. Sammy Smith and Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch. Eric Jones. Carson Hocevar. And Justin Oliver on the Race King. I really like the Race Kings. I think that's a good look. Just a few base right there. Finish off this box with Andre Perez. And, wow, how about a 101? The checkered flag 101. Take a look. Who had a little KK? So we got a Pandora and a 101 so far. Who had Casey Kahn? That is definitely worth a shout out. The Skills. Where's the Skills? This is the Portrait 101. There he is. Congrats on that. Well, that gets its own stand up here. Let's see. We'll put it. I think that's still on camera. Congrats on that. If you want to take a picture of that, I could prop that up for you. Congrats. Way to pick up KK and get a little reward for you. Not too shabby there. A nice 101. Let's keep going. Ryan Blaney. That's fun. Here is Austin Dillon. Parallel. Zachary Tinkle. We got Optic and Joey Logano. Nice bright yellow. Highlighter. Rusty Wallace Unleashed. Keep it going with a Kyle Larson. Velocity. This is 35. 35 out of 39. Let's see. Nice Kyle Larson. Don't go anywhere at the end. We'll show all the cards. Just do a quick run through. Here is Darrell Waltrip. We got Trackhouse. Team Trackhouse. And Daniel Suarez. There's Ty Dillon Optic. And a little Noah Gragson Unleashed to finish off that box that had the 101 in it. Congrats. Last box here. Still waiting on it downtown. Got our 101 so far for this break. The way Panini sorts, we should have a few more 101s. Maybe we got the hot case. All right, last box here. Again, as I said, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the follows. A bunch of follows today. Thank you so much. If you would like the same guy in the next part of the case, let me know, and I'll put it together for you. I did that for yesterday's evening, and that'll speed up the sales. And then take a look at still. Right now, everybody go look through what's available. If you found interest in something, let me know, and I can run that for you. We could be selling it on eBay. All right, here's the first half of box number 10. What are we looking at here? We're starting off with Ty Dillon. Optic. Right behind it is Raja Parallel. And Jimmy Johnson spelling. Ooh, looks like a Mojo coming up, not to look ahead. Austin Hill. Ryan Blaney, up. And Rusty Wallace, Unleashed. Here is Jeff Burton. And whoop, how about a Tony B? Is that a free Tony B? Yes, it is. Way to get the freebies. Michelson. I think he got the Tony B spot. And he's getting rewarded with, like I said, all those freebies seem to hit for some reason. Look at that. This is number 9. Number 9 out of 25. Very nice. Congrats on that. And here is JR on a 199, the holographic ones. Oh, I believe the next cases are being shipped because the dog's going wild and he likes the UPS driver. So I'm sure another distributor's cases just showed up. Jimmy Johnson, Richard Petty, and there's Carson Hocevar, dialed in autograph. What are we thinking there? Little Carson Hocevar to finish off the autographs. Congrats there, congrats. Unleashed is Noah Gregson. A few base there. Here is a purple Daniel Dye. 55 out of 59. Ross Chastain and a Ryan Blaney season highlights. Oh, hello, my friend. How are you? Oh, getting some more cases. Put it down right there. Thank you for that.
I can open it.
Oh, you can if you want. Thank you, though. Hey, I'm glad you're feeling better. Man, I want you to go watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
What's that?
It's a movie from this 90s. Here's Carson Hocevar, Optic, and Justin Allgaier. There is Andre Perez de Lara, Optic. We got Austin Dillon as a Austin Dillon Red. And William Byron on the spelling. Spellbound ones. What else we got? Tyler Reddick Red. Zachary on the Optic. And Carl Edwards looking all dapper in the suit. Just a few base cards right there. Oh, we got some Legos. There you go. Oh, you can just leave it back there. Thank you. All right, last stacks. Here we go. To finish. Box number 10. 1 second. There we go. Last pack of box number 10. Right here, our half case. Let's finish strong on this one. Here we go. What do we got? We got Chris Buescher on the Optic. Ryan Blaney is the parallel, and Jimmy Johnson Spellbound. With more Amarola. Todd Gilliland. And how about a little JR Motorsports? Keep going with Ryan Truex Optic. Here is Ryan Vargas. Haven't said that name. Nice highlight. Nice red. 97 out of 99. Alex Bowman. Lots of Alex Bowman today. Carson Hocevar for the spelling. A blue Jeff Burton. Daniel Hemrick. Optic. And Jeff Gordon. For Race Kings. And how about last stack magic? Starts us off with Jeb Burton, Optic Silver, Wild Card, Raja, and William Byron Spelling. A parallel of Rusty Wallace, Ty Gibbs, Optic, and Unleashed is Ross Chastain. We got Corey Day, followed by Daniel Hemrick is the parallel, and oh, look at Carson Hocevar. That's a fun card. Little Chili's, Explosion, 7 out of 49. I'll get that top loaded. That's a fun. I like that card. A little different color there. Dawson Sutton is the rated rookie parallel. Terry Labonte, Optic, a little suited up. To finish off the memorabilia, suited up Sammy Smith. Jimmy Johnson, Race Kings, a holographic 1 out of 199. And the last two cards, we got the Rides of Austin Hill, and Ryan Newman finishes up our break today with a portrait. All right, let's take a look at what's the big hits, a bunch of hits, but let's grab the inserts and parallels here. All right, how about the autographs first? Let's take a look. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with us. We got Ken Schrader, Carson Hocevar, a lot of Hocevar today. Here is Butterbean out of 49. I think the SVG out of 25. There's our rated rookie autograph, Dawson Sutton. Austin Beers, a free autograph. That was a giveaway today, so not too bad. We got Parker Retzlaff. One of the only optics. Ryan Blaney, there you go. That's my second Ryan Blaney low number. Blaine Perkins and Eric Estep. And then let's take a look at some. We got a Mojo of Tony B, a free Tony B Mojo. Some of these explosions are pretty nice. I kind of like those. Here's a Mojo J-Mac Mojo. William Sawalich Mojo, that's available still. If that's, we had these are fun. Jimmy Johnson, the Unleashed. Another Mojo, a lot of Mojos. Danica Patrick. And then here comes some Kyle Larson. This is an Optic Velocity. Here's some door numbers. Zane Smith and Cole Custer. And here's a Rides door number, which is kind of nice because you can see the door number. Get that glare off for some reason. There's a glare. Optic Velocity, Blaine Perkins. Carson Hocevar, like I said, a lot of Hocevar today. And Carl Edwards. And then we'll see, I'll talk to Flo, we'll see what we're going to do with these. I think these are the season highlights. Not sure what to do there. Joey Logano, this is the Pandora. And Chase Elliott, a nice low number out of 9, but the low number to finish off is KK, a little Casey Can. There's our 1-of-1, our first 1-of-1. Still no downtown. Maybe it's in the second half of the case. Remember, the second half of the case is going, it's posted already.